Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to our October garden tour, our autumn garden tour. That's a big pumpkin. It's almost ready. It's huge. And the pot over there filled with water. That's how much rain we've had lately. But I've been away, so it's good to know we've had a lot of rain, so the plants are okay. We have another little pumpkin over there. We have some beetroots in the pot and the tub over there growing. They're still very tiny though. The strawberries are still green. The flaxseed, most of them are falling off because I didn't pick them when I was supposed to, but that's okay. You live and you learn. Squash, the plant is dying back. But still, I'll leave it for a while longer till the stalk over here start changing color to a darkish color. That's when I'll harvest it and cure it. The peppermint is looking brilliant, but I'm going to cut lots of it today and dry it for the winter. I'll show you how to in my other video. We still have some more squashes over here, but they're really tiny. This is my favorite strawberry. It's still flowering and still fruiting. It's amazing. I can't wait to see how long it'll keep this up. Oh, we have some corn. They're falling over. That's a shame. We have some pak choy over here. Well, it's not a good year for corn for us this year. Well, there's always next year. We have some new nasturtiums coming up. Beautiful orange and red flower. Another pak choy over there. The corns at the back are bigger. Let's see what we have in it. Oh, that's not bad. I'll harvest that today. I think the squirrels have gotten some of it, but let's see what we have in here. Excuse me. Look at that. We'll enjoy that. I'm very proud. Corn has not been an easy plant for me to grow over the years. We have some leeks that were planted the other day. They're standing up right now. The courgettes are still fruiting, but not for long. The quinoa dried up, so I'm gonna cut them off the plant soon so I can dry them to get the seeds out. The beans are still green, but they're drying up. I like to leave the pods to dry up so I can just store them instead of picking them fresh and drying them. That's a bit of a hassle. Just let them dry on the plant, then you pick them, put them in a jar, use them during the winter. These ones are still green, but they still have some time. Down here we still have some Swiss chard, volunteer Swiss chards. The sunflower is completely dry. Yes, we'll be harvesting these soon for the sunflower seeds. They're delicious. If you haven't tried it, you should. The dahlias are looking brilliant. Look at that. Wow. Look at this one right here. Oh, wow. This is one of the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. Mystery fox have been prolific. Lots of flowers. I picked a few yesterday. Really good. Nasturtiums are still coming. And we still have the nasturtiums are bringing out these seeds. They taste like radish, but they have a very pepperish aftertaste. The purple TP is still here. Need to harvest some. We have some bigger ones. I'll use those for seeds later in the year. This is my favorite beans. The first time I'm growing it. It's called the Greek Gigantes beans. It has really big beans. Let me take one off to show you how big it is. So my neighbor gave me two of this plant, so I grew them for seeds so I can have seeds to plant over the next couple of years. It's a good way to save your own seeds. Look how big that is. It's one of the biggest beans. It is definitely the biggest I've ever grown, and it tastes amazing too. Lots of them drying up. I'll let them dry up completely, then I'll harvest them. Over here we have some pine berries in pots that I propagated from the runners. On the spaghetti squash, the plant is dying off. I like for the plant to die off completely before I harvest them, like I did in my previous video. The walking onions are ready to transplant now. I'll do that sometime today if I have the time, or tomorrow. The pumpkin, the plants are dying back. That is great. The quinoa is looking brilliant. I'm so happy with it. We're gonna have lots of quinoa from it. I think there was a storm when I was away. The sunflowers fallen over, but lots of them are still there. Good flower heads to harvest later in the year. I'm happy with that. Over this corner we have lots of blueberries. I harvested some yesterday, but there's still loads more to harvest, and even more that fell on the floor. But that's okay. We take what we can get. This is the most productive one. So many fruits, but I need to move it away so I can have access to all the fruit, and none of it is going to go to waste next year. This is my kiwi plant, not looking so bright. I need to put this in the ground. I think it'll do better in the ground. And over there is our comfrey. I need to cut them up and put them in a pot for comfrey tea. And that's our Tontine kale, looking pretty. It has outgrown its structure, so I need to build a taller structure for it. And we have some lettuce down there. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, some lettuce down there. These are winter lettuce. We're going to be eating these all through the winter to next spring. And those are volunteer, what they called? And those are volunteer foxgloves, one of my favorite flowers. We're going to enjoy those next year. They're everywhere. I'll just leave them be. These are my favorite strawberry, still flowering and fruiting. Even in the second week of October, and still fruiting. Like I said before, even the runners, no, like I said in my previous video, even the runners are fruiting. It is amazing. Moving on. In this bed over here, we have our kale and purple sprouting broccoli. We have our tree spinach. It has outgrown the structure. It's so tall, and it has seed heads, which is good. I intend to harvest a lot of the seed to grow on. And Australian tree cabbage is getting so tall, looking good, looking big. Moving on to this other bed. Our flower bed is still looking good. We still have some flowers, which is good. Some dahlias still coming. That's good to see. The fruits are done now. We've eaten all of it anyway. We have our globe artichoke here. We got one globe from here if you watch our previous video. We have some comfrey and some other herbs over here. Oh, look at these. These are coriander seeds which we're gonna harvest and use. I'm gonna use this for something special. We still have some potatoes over here. We're gonna harvest some of these soon, today. And these are beautiful Tontine kale taking over the whole place. There's kale everywhere. I need to do something about this structure because it's become too small. Look at this. There's nothing like bloom in autumn and winter, excuse me. I forgot, it's a beautiful flower. Moving along. Everything looks good. The dahlias are coming into their own. They flower for such a long time. It's amazing. This is our brassica bed. I'm not gonna open these today, but some of them are going to flower. But I'm gonna strip away most of them and plant new ones for next year. There's not a lot going on in this bed. Just woodland apple and strawberry is still producing some fruits. I don't know if you can see one over there. And the herbs are still looking good. I'm gonna cut some of them for cooking today. Oh, the dahlias, they look amazing. And look at the size of this one. I'll put it in my hand so you can look. Wow. It is huge. Let's get it from a better angle. Look at this. Whoa. Ain't that a pretty dahlia? It is gorgeous. Cocoyam, also known as taro, is still here. It's been very cold lately, but they're still doing well. It'd be the frost damage, but I'll let them die back before I harvest them. I'm curious to see what I find underneath there, but with all the suckers coming around, I'm not very optimistic, but we'll find out. We have a helicorn squash. The plant is dying back, which is good. I'll leave them for a while longer just to cure them in place. Our sunflowers are still looking good, still blooming. Some of the seed heads are drying, but I need them to dry completely before we harvest those. I need to harvest these beans because I have Egyptian walking onions underneath here, and these beans is sort of choking them, so I need to get these beans off, take it to the house for cooking, so the walking onions have enough space to grow. There are lots of beans in this bed. I need to pull out all of them. And this is a mystery. This is a rosemary plant. I have 2 of them in this bed, and they just sort of dried up and died. I have no idea why. If you do know why, please leave a comment below. I would really like to know. But that's no problem. I have some other ones that I propagated over here. I'm going to be planting these straight into the ground. I think I will have better luck with that. These are potatoes. We still have lots of potatoes in the bags, but this is a good way to have fresh potatoes. Just leave them in the ground. It doesn't matter the weather, winter, autumn, summer. You can come and pick them up whenever you need them, and you have fresh potatoes. Our mint is looking beautiful, but I'm going to cut lots of them off today and dry them for the winter. And this is our Jerusalem artichoke. It's beginning to dry up, but I'll let them die back completely before we start harvesting them. And these are tiger nuts. They're still looking green. This is one of those things that is not supposed to grow here, but it gives me a lot of joy to be able to grow it. I have another plant at the other side of the allotment. And our autumn raspberries coming into zone. It's ripening. Oh, this one's gonna fall off. No, I think I'm gonna eat this one. That tastes good. Well, the herbs are still looking good. I'm gonna be harvesting those to cook today. And this plant over here looks like a grass called a sassafras. I'm gonna be harvesting them soon. I have some other ones here. This is the plant here. I think they're big enough just now, but I'll leave them a while longer, but I'll harvest them soon. That's all we have today. Everything looks great considering it's autumn. Things are dying back, but we still have a lot of things growing. I still have a lot of things to plant. Like I said, it doesn't matter the weather, it doesn't matter the season or the time of the year. There's always something to plant. There's always something to harvest. There's always something to propagate. There's always something to do. And as always, whatever you have planned today, I hope it goes well. Have a brilliant day, people. God bless.